Do not adjust your technological device. Do not fiddle with your headphones. Do not cover yourself in peanut butter and run into an elephant house. Trust me, it's not as much fun as you might think. You are listening to Phone Box Phenomenon. When we left our hero Claude, he and his foam-padded voiceover box had somehow been transported into the middle of a field, and someone was poking a sword in his back. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to remind you what happened last time at the beginning of every episode, so pay attention from now on. And no, my accent clearly hasn't gotten any better. Claude froze.
Easy there, fella.
Opera non permovio extraneous.
Come again, buddy?
Quid vos ad vox?
Look, I'm really sorry, pal, but I don't speak. Whatever it is you're speaking.
Verto sensim.
Listen, Chief. Right now, me and you are like a paraplegic llama in a wheel clamp. We're not getting anywhere. Why don't I just turn around slowly?
Claude turned around slowly and came face to face with his new sword-wielding friend. To his amazement, standing in front of him, now pointing a sword at his throat, was a Roman soldier. Meanwhile, back at the office...
So, if you want to gather round, everyone, I think we're just about ready. Oh!
That was Max, Maximum Hair Length, head of the department.
As you all know, IT have been working for some time now on building us a pronunciation robot. And now, it's finally finished. Oh!
Helena stepped forward. Helena Handbasket, head of IT.
I'm not gonna lie, this is exciting. Very exciting. More exciting than when I got my brand new TS76RJ for my IRS 9411, which was fully compatible with my XJ67000. And that was pretty exciting, believe me.
Dude, we'll take your word for it,
said Sean of Shotgun. Helena continued.
Ladies and gentlemen of the voiceover team, I introduce to you your new fully operational pronunciation robot. I call him the Four-Vocal Pronunciation Assistance Machine. Forvo for short.
Helena pressed a button on her watch and a strange-looking robot trundled into the room. It looked like a cross between a fax machine and a water cooler, and remarkably like my mother-in-law.
Forvo ready.
Meanwhile, back in the field, Claude had realized something staggering. I don't mean he was staggering around the field when he realized something. I mean he was standing still and realized something that was staggering. Looking around him, he realized that he was still exactly where he had been before all of this weirdness had started. He was still in the business park in Cambridgeshire, but somehow he had travelled back in time nearly 2,000 years. He wanted to try and explain this to the Roman soldier in front of him, but the only Latin he could remember from school was Vacae es illac, which meant the cows are over there. Somehow he didn't think that would come in very handy here. The soldier had given up trying to talk to Claude and was just poking his sword further into his neck instead. Claude had had more pleasant mornings. Just then, the alarm on Claude's phone that he set to remind him to call his landlord went off. It's safe to say the Roman wasn't expecting the 80s classic Ace of Spades to start booming out of his prisoner's pocket. The soldier was so shocked, in fact, he dropped his sword. Claude took full advantage of this, pushed the soldier to the ground, and sprinted back to his foam-padded box, slamming the door behind him. He looked out of the porthole window and was amazed to see that the Roman hadn't followed him, but was instead running screaming into the trees.
I guess he isn't a fan of Motorhead.
Meanwhile, I'm getting sick of saying meanwhile, but meanwhile, back in the office, Forvo was being tested by the voiceover department.
Forvo ready.
Okay, Forvo,
said Sean of Shotgun.
I'm totally typing a word now.
Sean typed on the keypad on the front of Forvo. He then held up a piece of paper to his colleagues, showing the place name Logbog. Hang on. Laugbraug. Anyway, Forvo will pronounce it. There was a strange whirring noise, and then Forvo spoke.
L-O-U G H P O R O U G H. A university town in the Midlands of England. Pronounced, pronounced, pronounced. Dane Claude.
What?
Repeat. Pronounced Dane Claude.
Another stunning success, I see.
Waste of time, man. Stupid robot.
said Sean. They all went back to work, except for Tilma. Tilma Soup's Ready, fellow voiceover artist and good friend of Claude. She stayed with Forvo, even though she wasn't quite sure why.
Repeat. Repeat. Danger. Claude in danger.
Safely back in his box, Claude had tried pressing the big red record button again and again, but nothing was happening. He turned and looked out of his porthole window to see the Roman soldier was back, running out of the woods. But this time, he wasn't alone. Claude pressed and clicked on every button and icon he could find, but nothing. Outside, hurtling towards him, was an entire Roman legion. Will Claude escape from this relentless Roman army? Will anyone in the office apart from Forvo realize that Claude and his box have disappeared? Why does everyone in the office have American accents when this is clearly set in Cambridgeshire in England? Find out next time in another thrilling episode of Foam Box Phenomenon. Foam Box Phenomenon starred Jack as Claude,
Fella, buddy pal, chief, buddy pal, fella.
Sean as the Roman,
Ovium ibimus denaro.
Max as Maximum Helling,
Oh,
Emily as Helena Handbasket,
this is very exciting.
Sean as Sean of Shotgun,
Totally.
Caro as Forbo,
Loughborough.
and me as me. Until next time on Foam Box Phenomenon.